Hey guys, thanks for watching Weddings by Cled with another installment of one of my favorite series, Meeting the Dream Team. Because the Dream Team are the people that make weddings happen. And oh my gosh, I'm in one of the most beautiful spaces in Roanoke, Studio I Do. I'm with Jordan. You've met Jordan before. She's our Brides Night fashion partner. And she is the owner of this amazing shop. And today we're gonna talk dresses.
Yes. Nothing better.
Nothing better. It's so beautiful in here.
Thank you. Yeah, it's such a pretty space. I was so blessed to find it when I opened, so.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's got, when you step in the door, I mean, it just feels so luxurious.
Oh yeah.
And that should be part of the experience.
Absolutely.
So is there a method to your madness? Like, I'm noticing some patterns. Like, tell me how everything's laid out.
Yeah, so pretty much when you walk in, on the left side here, you're gonna see, it seems to be a little bit more simple in the front. These are gonna be all of our sheath gowns. So for that bride that wants something a little bit more fitted, that sexy, sleek kind of look, you can see like the ivory. This is more of our crepe section through here. And it goes into more of the full laces.
Gorgeous.
And then as you go to the back sleeves, which we all know, huge trend.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be everything through here. Yeah, so we actually do the store by style. I think it's helpful for brides as well as the consultants that work here. And even like the moms, if the mom comes in and she wants to be able to be a part of it and pick out a certain one, it's easy for her to kind of find everything.
This looks like princess dresses over here.
Yes,
yeah, the
much.
ball gowns.
Yeah, so these are, once again, these are a little bit more of our simple kind of classic bride. And then, you know, as we go back, you'll see, of course, the fun ruffles.
Oh yeah.
Love this, Haley Page. She's the queen of ruffles, sparkle,
Yeah, we're
and all
seeing
the
a lot
things.
of this style.
Yeah.
Like, is handkerchief, is that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Most of them they have like a horsehair trim, which is what's so beautiful. It gives that beautiful movement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we
Gorgeous.
have, for the bride that wants volume, that's honestly, and trendy, that's definitely it. And then as we go back, the ball gowns continue. Large selection here at Studio I Do. These are sparkle beading, the princess dress.
Oh yeah.
The sparkle tool. This is literally everywhere. It is the perfect princess gown.
Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Gosh, Caroline, we have so much.
So I'm seeing it's not all white and ivory anymore.
Nope.
I'm seeing, what are we looking at here? I mean, there's a trend going towards, is it sort of a blush?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gosh, we have actually we don't have a single white gown in the whole store.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Not one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything is ivory or darker. Ivory is making a little bit of a comeback, I think. We're seeing a little bit more of that traditional bride. But the blush, the champagne, even like more of the lilac-y kind of tones. You can see it has like a purple hue here.
Oh yeah.
With the 3D petals, there's blush and there's even a little bit of gray. Yeah, we're seeing it all.
That's
Love
gorgeous. It. So when a bride walks in, and I know it's appointment only, it's her appointment time, do they walk in and they just kind of walk around and take stuff off the rack, or do you do that for them? How does the process all work?
Pretty much. So when the bride walks in, they'll be greeted, of course, by a consultant. They'll bring them to their own private room area. And we designed the store with 4 bridal rooms where each bride will not see the other bride, which is kind of nice because it's an open concept where they can still see the dresses, but they have their own little private space, which is nice.
Nice.
But yeah, their consultant will ask them, you know, if they have any photos or if they've tried on before. Based on what they like or dislike, the consultant and the bride usually, and the mom sometimes, go through, pull some dresses. You never know till you try. I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then they'll get started in their appointment. Usually we start with 4 to 5 styles, and then we always pull from there.
And do most brides know what they want when they walk in? Do they know they want a ball gown, or do they know they want a sheath?
Ball gown girls always want a ball gown.
Yeah. And do they usually end up with a ball gown?
Yeah. And I love a ball gown bride. It's few and far between.
I do too.
It's fun.
Yeah.
But most brides, ironically, I think they have a harder time with when they come in, they think they know what they want, and then it turns out 90% of the time being the opposite. So that's where the consultant comes in, because at the end of the day, finding the bride, their perfect gown is all that matters. So yeah, I think that's the twister, I guess you could say, with the bride making her decision.
Sure.
Yeah.
And who is she bringing with her?
Well, we at Studio I Do, we do around 4 people that guests that can come with her.
Okay.
We always see, I mean, we see a little bit of everything, but mom usually, of course, maid of honor, sister, sister-in-law. We try to limit it to 4, only because we want to make sure that the people that come with her, those are the ones that she really values their opinion. And 2, sometimes if you have 9 or 10 people and all the opinions, it can really flood the decision making.
Yeah.
And also, I always have said, like, do you really want 15 people to see you in your dress before your wedding day?
I can't imagine.
I mean,
and sometimes you see it on certain shows where they bring like 12 people, and I'm just like, wow,
Well, even what we were talking about with the online, when we were with the groups, I just feel like bridal shopping is so emotional.
Oh yeah.
Really, and it's the most impactful piece of garment the bride will ever wear. So she should be with the people that she cares most about, I would say, that can help her.
If she's walking in completely cold and she has no idea, like, what do you do? What questions do you ask to try to figure out what kind of dress is going to be a good fit for her?
One thing I always ask: fashion over function. Which
I love it.
I know, but that I feel like is such a key question, because it really tells you a lot about a person. Are they going to wear high heels on their wedding day? Because then they're probably going to they don't mind it being not as comfortable.
A little pain for fashion's okay.
Versus somebody that they're like, listen, I'm going to dance. I want to be able to sit and eat, because that girl that's going to sit and eat, she's probably not going to want the fitted gown that's up front. She's probably going to want something, a little bit soft and flowy, so she still looks like a bride, but she can move and dance.
Those are great questions.
Other things, we really thank God for Pinterest.
I know.
I didn't have Pinterest when I got married. I don't know how brides.
I don't know how we did it.
I know.
Yeah, we had the magazines
with people like you
with all the pages.
You need a wedding planner. Always, no matter what. But Pinterest, I think we'll always ask brides that, because even if they are not really sure on bridal, we get a lot of inspiration based on the venue that they're getting married in. Of course,
absolutely.
The season. If they're getting married in wintertime outside or during the fall, probably long sleeves. But we'll start with one of each style. Our job is to always just make sure that the bride feels like the most beautiful version of herself. And sometimes they don't know until they try on one of each style, because they might have come in, like you said, wanting a not a ball gown, but usually fitted, and they end up with like a soft A-line.
And what I love about your approach is that you think out of the box, and you don't really go by any of those, you see things in magazines like this dress for this body type. And I like that you just kind of let the bride feel what she feels beautiful in. And I love that approach.
It's the most, like I said, the most impactful gown they'll ever wear. They have to feel beautiful in it. And most of the time, the gown that they end up loving is the one that, the consultant probably thought was the best too. But it was the best because the bride loved it.
Now, do you ever have a situation where a bride absolutely wants something and she puts it on and you just know it's not going to work, but she likes it? Do you tell her?
That's a loaded question. I've actually had moms over the years ask me that, and it's always like a funny thing to answer. I've done it for 15 years, and I honestly, it might have happened once. And the bride, I couldn't even tell you exactly maybe why she liked it. I don't know. We usually will find her something maybe a little bit better, but that's always a good starting point, I think. But my thing is, if she loves it and she feels like a bride, that's the only thing that matters. So.
Very true. So show me some dresses.
Okay.
I want to see show me what's on trend, what you're seeing a lot of right now.
So talking about sleeves, something with a lot of detail. This is a new designer that we are so happy to be testing for in the United States. It's Abella, which is Allure's European line. Look at this beauty, you guys. Like, is this not?
Oh, that is stunning. And that's sort of a blush?
It is, it's more of their champagne blush tone. But this sleeve, so of course it's sheer, but it almost looks like it's painted on the body when they're wearing it, because it is so sheer, but it's fully beaded. So it's not lace. We're seeing a lot more bling come back. And it is a sheer bodice too, so it's a little bit sexy, very Pinterest sexy vibes.
You can't have tummy rolls with that.
No. And I will say, and there is a reason, with it being a European designer too, this is going to be definitely for that maybe the fashion over function kind of bride.
Absolutely, but it is gorgeous.
So, as well as not the sleeves, but even the sparkle tulle. This is everywhere.
Oh, look at this detail here.
Yeah,
that is so
it's
beautiful.
so exquisite. Even the beadwork through the back, instead of your traditional button, it's going to be more of like the rhinestone.
How long do those take to get closed? Wow.
We always recommend a crochet
a little
hook.
hooker, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
A little hook.
A little hooker. I'll use that in my next
So
appointment.
now, but like these are long sleeves, but this
Yes.
is sexy.
Yeah.
And this you could do any season, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
And too,
Yeah.
a lot of brides feel like just because it is a long sleeve that they're limited to being like a winter. But this would totally work in the springtime.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not hot.
Yeah. No,
like
not
you were
at all.
saying, it's so soft and lightweight, and this illusion isn't going to bring on, it's not like a satin or a crepe or anything like that. But no. It's beautiful.
It is
Like I
beautiful.
said, this is a Bella,
Yeah.
and it's definitely unique and different. And here at the studio, we want to make sure that every bride or every designer that we carry is unique in its own way. And we have what I call bread and butter, like the simple, easy gowns, but we have fashion.
Oh, yes, you do.
Yeah, and we love, well, the runway show.
Yeah.
We'll show them one day.
Yeah, we will. We'll get there. We'll
We
get
will
to
get
the bride's
there.
night. Yeah.
Yeah. This is another one. You can see a little bit more of that detail again.
So we're seeing
So
lots
pretty.
of bling.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's always been, or the past 3 years, I would say, for us, especially in our area, a lot of soft laces, not a whole lot of bling, but now they're
It's coming back.
definitely
Yeah.
coming back.
Now, what's with the two-dress trend? Because I'm seeing a lot of my brides are changing dresses midday. Are you seeing a lot of that?
If a bride is in between, trying to figure out if she wants like that big ball gown kind of moment, but sometimes in a ball gown you can't dance, like we were saying.
Yeah.
That second option gives them opportunity to kind of, show off a different side of them. Which, I mean, I love it. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
There is also another way of getting that concept, and it's with a cutaway skirt that we're seing as a new trend. And it's actually, let me see, it's I think actually more towards the front of the store, if I'm not mistaken, or over here. Here we go. This one, it's a Bella again. Look at this gown, though.
Oh, wow. Look at that train.
I know.
That, oh, I see.
Yeah,
That is
so
gorgeous.
it's a cutaway. You could make this removable if you wanted to, or seamstress stuff like that. But for that bride that can't decide between fitted and full or of the skirt for that wow moment, this gives her that.
For the undecided.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, which I'm sure there are many of those out there.
Yeah. It's nice that they're coming up with options now, design-wise.
So, Jordan, what is the lead time? How much time should brides be allowing for orders to come in?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Used to be 3 to 4 months. Now we're definitely in that 6 to 8 months range, and then you will need 2 months for alterations. I mean, even the knot for years has always said 1 year out. I have always thought that.
Yeah.
I think that's a great time frame, just because with shipping, sometimes you don't know how long it's going to take. And also, no bride wants to feel stressed during the process.
No.
So if they shop a year out, it gives them time to look for accessories. Have the gown altered perfectly to them, and they're not, super concerned about it
perfect
last
shoes.
minute.
Yeah.
The shoes, yeah. So a year, I would think a year out is a good idea.
Now, are you finding some brides saying, I'm going to be 4 sizes smaller? Can I order my dress smaller? Do you feel comfortable doing that?
Nope.
Okay.
Every Saturday, we always at least have one after doing the size chart, doing their sizing, and they're in between sizes, and they always want to go down. 1 inch is one thing, but we always recommend, all these gowns are made to be able to be taken in. No bride, we're girls, we know, no one is the same size 1 month as they are 6 months later.
Right. Sometimes 1 week.
Yeah, exactly. So they have to be, the gowns are made now where the ability to take them in is no issue. And we always say, we want you to love the gown as you are now, and if you want to lose weight, that's totally fine, but we want to know that when your gown comes in, it's easily going to be altered to be fitted to you versus the other way around. Because like I said, with time frame, if your gown comes in and it's way too small, you're kind of stuck. So,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely good advice.
Yep.
So tell me about bridesmaids. What
Bridesmaids,
colors
yeah.
and trends are we seeing there?
A lot of emerald, which
okay.
is cool. Yeah,
I love it.
As far as like fabrics too, velvet.
Yes.
Have you seen velvet? I
In
love it.
linens. I mean, we do them in decor.
Yeah. It's so luxe.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
We're seeing a lot of that. We're still seeing blush, the burgundies.
We're still seeing blush and burgundy.
We're still seeing blush and burgundy.
When is that going to end?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be around. I remember even 10 years ago, blush and burgundy was still strong. So I think, and I think too with fall weddings, it's that burgundy is just such an iconic color.
It's beautiful, but it's kind of like, okay,
I know.
we're ready.
Are we going to do something different?
Of the emerald. And
emerald.
What about navy, midnight blue?
Yeah, we do navy. We haven't sold royal, like more of that. You remember the regal, like the royal kind of color? We haven't. Or sapphire, essentially. We haven't done that. It's more of the, like fall colors, jewel tones, I would say. But we had a bride that did emerald with velvet, and it was the most luxe, beautiful.
Gorgeous, yeah.
Oh my gosh. The guy, of course, the guy was in black tie, and then these bridesmaids were just like decked out in emerald. It was just beautiful and unique.
Are they doing different styles?
Yeah. So a lot of brides now, they'll pick the same color, same fabric, and then of course based on silhouette, which is nice. The designers are offering that now. The bridesmaid can kind of showcase their own style, but still match and be cohesive.
And be comfortable and feel something that flatters everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a great look.
Okay.
Well, this is just this. I could try on every dress. I could
should.
sit here and just play dress up. It's so much fun.
Do you have any wedding vendors that they are literally, can we please come in and try on? I mean, I'd love it.
We should have like a try-on day.
Yes.
That would be so much fun. Have some champagne.
Yes.
Champagne, not red wine.
No,
Knowing
you're
us
right.
wedding vendors.
Prosecco.
But just come in and have fun with that because it is such a joyful experience.
Yeah, we have fun here.
Oh gosh, it's so much fun. It's playing like Cinderella. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, we always say it's like the 10,000. Well, my mission opening the store was to provide a $10,000 experience. Yeah. Really, no matter what the price point of the bride's budget. So just when the bride walks in the door, that was kind of always my vision, and I hope for the bride that she feels that way.
And I can tell it brings you joy.
I can't help but smile.
How did you get into this?
Rachel Zoe, of course. Literally ever since I watched her on TV, on her TV show, and even prior to that, I loved her. I always loved the concept of being behind the scenes, of styling someone. And so I was in fashion. I just worked retail, and then I started working in bridal when I was 19, I think, 18, 19. Wanted to go to fashion school. I wanted to go to Other Persons or, FIT. New Yorker. And my girlfriend actually went, and I was so bummed. And anyway, I just decided to stay in bridal. And I will never forget the first bride that I helped. She bought a Maggie Sotero. I remember the dress name. I remember the bride.
Aww.
And it was the first bride I helped. And I just was like, oh my gosh, like I get to style somebody on the backside, but it's even more special than retail. Because it's the most genuine or the most beautiful day of her whole entire life. So I stuck with it, worked for multiple stores in North Carolina as well and in Virginia. Was managing another store and just kind of felt like I owned it. I just loved it. It was my passion.
It shows.
And I decided to open up this store. I met Ashley in Virginia Beach. She had just started Studio I Do, and we were like, gosh, we call ourselves like the, we're really two peas in a pod. We're the same age, and we just, we love the experience. So anyway, I wanted to be Rachel Zoe, but for bridal.
Aww.
So it is, I've always wanted to style. So now I literally get to, just every bride that walks in, I just want them to have the most amazing experience and feel the best about them.
Well, you are a natural, and I hear such great feedback about you and your shop.
Yeah.
We're so blessed to have this here.
You're sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And you're growing.
We're growing.
Tell us about it.
We've grown a few times over the past 4 years. The demand was there, which I kind of knew. Who doesn't want that amazing experience for a great price point? And giving the opportunity for brides, they don't have to travel to New York to go to Kleinfeld's. Like we really have that type of experience here. But we are growing we opened a second store in May. It's called Here and Now. We actually have one in Virginia Beach as well, but it's an off-the-rack store, so they're great prices that are designer gowns for 40 to 80% off. So for the bride that needs a quick wedding, like we really couldn't help them as much here. So we opened that, so that's been great. And then Studio I Do is expanding again. We're actually going to be taking over the whole block on Campbell Avenue.
Oh my gosh! How exciting.
So the window displays will be just exceptional.
I'm sure.
I can't wait. So Yeah, it's going to be another like 2,000 square feet. And so we're just going to be adding on to the experience.
So will that be more bridal or event formal
both.
wear?
Yeah, yeah. So we have bridesmaids. We do special occasions. So we're going to be expanding on that. So really, no matter whether it's bridal tuxes, bridesmaids, moms, we're going to have it all.
Any
One-stop
special
shop.
event?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's truly a dress-up experience.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
How fun.
I know.
Thank you
It's
so
exciting.
much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So great to be in here. So thank you so much for watching this installment of Weddings by Cled in this amazingly gorgeous space. We appreciate you watching. Please subscribe as always so you can receive fresh new content every single week, and it helps me realize my dreams.